So Buddhism, Hinduism, you know, American Indians religions. I was raised a Catholic, you know, so the Bible and Judaism, anybody's religion almost I would look into. I'd listen to gurus and all kinds of stuff. Anybody who thought they were on a spiritual kind of path or something, I was open to listening to. So it turns out that there was one man amongst us who gave us a Quran, an simple English translation of a Quran, and he basically just said, "You're looking at all these books, you're reading these different books of religion. Here, read this one," with no real introduction, or no real explanation, or no real proselytizing or anything. Just here's another book. This one's from the Muslims. It's called the Quran. It's, you know, read this one, you know. And so I started, you know, reading that book. And we used to sit around the campfire like this when we were living out in the mountains. I was living in a tent. And we used to discuss the theologies and the ideas and the concepts that we were reading about or thinking about or contemplating, you know. And we used to sit around and discuss it, you know, and share the books, you know. Hey, let me read that book when you're done. I got one for you, and, you know, let's check it out. So I read the Quran, and unlike any of the other books I had read, it just was very straightforward and very clear and really touched my heart. When you read in the Quran, there's one creator, one God, and he needs to be worshipped alone, directly, exclusively, and that he sent all of these prophets, and that those prophets were brothers. I just sat there and nodded my head and went, yeah, okay. You know, kind of as a skeptical American almost, you read these books with, let's find out what's wrong with this book, rather than what's right. Almost like, let's see if I can find what's wrong with this book that I don't agree with. So I started reading and I was like, I agree with that. I agree with that. That makes sense. I didn't find things that I disagreed with. I found, of course, some things I didn't understand. It was just a very simplistic kind of a translation, too, of the Quran. A very, very simple and very straightforward. It was actually meant for, like, students who had to take an Islamic course in school, and it was just a, you know... But it really made sense to me, and I really believed in it, you know. It already, as I said, I already believed that there was one God and one Creator. So when I read that, I said, yeah, okay, yeah, I believe in that, you know. And, you know, it says that you should pray, like, for instance, in the Quran, it tells us we should pray in 3 parts of the day, in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. Without the understanding or the explanation of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he taught us that it's 5 prayer a day. But if you just read the Quran, it actually mentions 3 parts of the time. And so I thought, that's a good idea. Yeah, you know, you should pray